Stars. There are quite a lot of them, really. Billions of years old, millions of miles away, just hanging out, doing their own thing. Did I mention there's a lot of them? Okay, so I'm hardly an expert. That's more Philip's territory. And ever since he'd made friends with Marjorie, Philip had learned even more about stars. In fact, Philip had found himself a whole constellation of new friends in the Angelus Astronomy Society.
She's a beauty, isn't she?
Extraordinary.
They look a lot like rocks, really, don't they? Odd sort of jagged little rocks.
Well, they're a bit dishevelled. They've come a long way. They're the remains of shooting stars.
Imagine, Joy. These have come from up there. Part of our great cosmos.
Well, we shouldn't be too late tonight. We've had to practically wrestle Clive off the telescope since he had his cataracts removed.
You hear that, Sarge? Cataracts. And rocks. What fun.
But Philip and his new friends couldn't have been happier. The whole society had their eyes fixed to the sky, waiting patiently for the upcoming eclipse of the sun.
Just think, only 3 more sleeps.
Not since the great meteorite shower of 1912 have I been so excited about a major astronomical event.
Technically, it's not a total solar eclipse, but a grazing occultation of the sun by the moon.
My star pupil.
Philip's an old soul. We shouldn't be surprised that he and Marjorie have clicked. It makes sense.
But what might make more sense, Sarge? If he had a little friend his own age. Maybe 2. Called Noah and Ruby. Together they could catch tadpoles and have sleepovers here in the lounge room. But instead, he's looking through large pipes with people who don't have their own teeth. I mean, not that I have anything against people without teeth.
No, I know. It's just... Childhood is a very special time.
I could never forgive myself, Sarge. If Philip missed out on the whole thingamajig of it.
The magic, Joy?
Yes, Sarge. The magic.
I wouldn't worry. Philip comes at life from a different angle to the rest of us. He'll find the magic, but in his own way.
I hope you're right, Sarge. I really do.
Don't creep about on my account. I haven't slept a wink.
Now you tell me.
How can I rest knowing we're on the brink of something so life-changing?
You could talk it up a little bit more?
The last eclipse in Angelus was years and years ago. Marjorie's lived forever, and even she wasn't there. This is big-ticket stuff, Locke.
But for once, Philip wasn't alone in his thinking.
Picture it. You're in the middle of enjoying your afternoon scone. Next thing, your world is plunged into an unexplained darkness. You can't tell the jam from the cream.
Wow. That sounds...
Terrifying, discombobulating. An eclipse can be all of these things.
We'll impose a blanket curfew. Order everyone behind closed doors. With force.
That's one approach. Or, just perhaps, we could reassure our citizens that while this may feel like the very end of creation, it is in fact the dawn of a new era.
I vote for the curfew. A huge crowd of people in the dark staring up at the sky. It's an open invitation for pickpockets.
Or is it an invitation to lead our fellow man back toward the light? I'm sure you'll agree, comrades, that is the very essence of our responsibility as police officers. Yates, Shakespeare, go to work.
So maybe Sam wasn't quite into the whole stargazing thing. But the rest of the female population of Angelus, that was another matter. And their sights were set on the same thing. It was official. Since his makeover, Egg was a star. And he was milking it for all it was worth.
Eat your lunch. Take it.
No, take mine. Ladies, relax. There's more than 1 meal in a day. Plenty to go around.
Your music test cheat sheet, English essay, and Old Squash's trigonometry assignment.
How was that fair? I was up all night finishing mine. You get to hand someone else's work.
It's a little something I like to call outsourcing.
It sounds more like cheating to me.
Just because you couldn't handle the same thing doesn't mean I can't. I know how to work this.
Yep, Egg was a star, all right. And for the moment, he was in demand. He was cooler than cool, hotter than hot, burning up, big time.
Enough! I said enough! While I appreciate your enthusiasm, you'll drown out the woodwind section. And if you're not going to stick to the sheet music, I'll have to seriously consider asking you not to take part in Angelus High's Stars of Tomorrow concert series.
Bring it on. This music you're making us play is so yesterday.
Well, in that case, perhaps you'd be more comfortable in the percussion team.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am. Let's try it again, gang. From the top. Ready?
Okay, Snowy, cue the lights.
No!
What the dickens is the matter, Constable?
While I think a dress rehearsal is a great idea, maybe one of us should be manning the desk. Out there, in the light. Just in case.
But I already put the back in 5 minutes sign up.
But still, who's to say something important won't come up and we'll miss it in here, in the dark?
Snowy, cue the lights.
Is it just me? Or is anybody else having trouble reading?
Constable?
Right. Well, that's that done. I have to go see a man about an octopus.
Ordinarily, a caring, nurturing teacher would be pleased if a student showed dramatic improvement.
Jeffrey Eggleston. D+.
Sadly, old Squasher wasn't one of those teachers. Instead, he formed a crack forensic team with our music teacher, Ms. Archer. Egg's homework outsourcing racket had been exposed, so the Rev was called in for an emergency disciplinary hearing.
Dishonesty, Jeffrey, is right up there in the top 10 of God's not-to-do list.
Reverend Eggleston, we're ready to see you now. Please come right this way.
Oh, sorry, I'm confused. Do you mean this way as in that way, or that way as in this way? I'm hopeless with directions.
Me too. Me and a compass, you couldn't meet two things more incompatible.
But Egg, he'd just seen two things meet that were compatible. And given that one of them wasn't his mum, he didn't like it.
Consider that strike one. 2 more, and you'll be removed from general classes and placed in enrichment class for the morally malnourished, swiftly and without mercy. Is there anything you'd like to say?
No comment.
Jeffrey!
Egg was rattled, and he needed a fame fix to calm his nerves.
They're dropping like flies. Netball practice started 15 minutes ago.
I'm here now, aren't I?
An hour late. They'll move on to the next it boy if you're not careful.
I hope you like ginger nut.
Usually Egg would have nothing against ginger nut, but today he had a problem with the shape. He'd seen enough hearts for one day. Unlike Egg's fans, the Rev wasn't ready to give up on him just yet.
I would like to report a missing person.
Can you provide us with a description?
Well, let's see. He's about so high.
Uh-huh. And hair colour?
Pretty similar to this.
Eyes?
Not far from these.
I think I know the one. Nice young man. Been through a little bit of a rough patch of late? Any idea of his whereabouts?
Well, he's not home, so I wouldn't be surprised he were heading over to his best friend's residence.
I'll see to it he's well taken care of.
I don't do spinach.
Well, that's lucky then. It's broccoli.
You should eat it. Keeps you nice and regular, like clockwork. Little tip I learnt from Clive. You know, from the Astronomical Society.
Yeah, well, whatever it is, it's still green.
Sorry about that. I'm sure I've got some chicken noodles in there somewhere. Why don't I fetch you some of those?
Maybe you'd like to take your glasses off. We're at a dinner table, not a 3D picture show.
I prefer to keep them on.
Right you are, then. Your decision.
Is it okay if I stay the night?
Because you're clearly having such a great time.
Excellent. Thanks.
It was difficult to figure out what was going on in Egg's head. Then again, he couldn't figure it out either. But other people, they have a sixth sense about this stuff.
Shouldn't stay out here too long. You'll catch a cold.
I couldn't sleep.
Neither could I. Kept thinking about tomorrow's shopping list. I don't want to get it wrong. I mean, the thought of strange new brands in the pantry. Ooh. But then again, could it really be that much of a disaster? Be unusual at first, sure, but we'd get used to it eventually. And everything would be okay again.
I'm sorry I don't like broccoli.
Honestly, much for it myself. It's chook feed, really. No offense, girls. Can I get you anything? A snack? You hardly ate at dinner.
What Egg really wanted, Mum was already giving him.
Did you see that? Sweet dreams.
Still too young to fail. Too scared to sail away. But one
Sweet
of
dreams.
these days I'll grow old and I'll grow brave and I'll go.
Sweet dreams.
One of these days. La da 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 da.
He's here. I've been on the phone all night. People aren't happy, Egg. But luckily, I've had a brilliant idea.
I don't do pink.
You're going to give it to Erina at recess in the quadrangle, where everybody will see. Then, hopefully, Gingergate will be over.
It's not my style. I'm not doing it.
You are. It's called damage control, idiot.
Sasha, I don't think this is working out for me.
No. You are so not firing me. I quit.
Do you know how many girls would kill for your job?
Egg's star was starting to fade. But the problem was, he wasn't ready for it to. Not just yet.
Gang, it's almost time to take your positions at the hall. Now, no need to be nervous. Has anyone seen my baton? I'll meet you there. Just remember to breathe. Go us!
Enthusiasm goes. I reckon.
Lockie, are you going to be much longer? I'm on a very tight schedule.
She has to go on, right? Shouldn't we wait for Ms. Archer? She could be a while. Try and keep up, guys. Maybe we should put it to the crowd. If you can't appreciate good music, later.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. I don't know how I managed to lock myself in. Silly me, right?
There's no way she locked herself in.
Well, that doesn't prove Egg did it.
He's been so full of himself lately. We have to stop him before he does something really stupid.
Why do you always want to save everybody? It's always Lockie Leonard to the rescue.
No, it's not.
Not everyone has it as easy as you. We can't all live perfect lives.
I'm not perfect.
Then don't expect everyone else to be. I'll see you at the Eclipse.
That afternoon, everyone in Angelus flocked to the water's edge to catch a glimpse of the day's star attraction, the eclipse.
The very latest in viewing technology. Remember, you mustn't look directly at the sun. Some of the other society members are choosing an alternative method. But I choose to live dangerously. I hope you're not planning to light that baby up come showtime.
No, of course not. Well, it'll be perfectly fine, I imagine. All of us in the complete and utter, total dark.
Why don't you come and take a seat with us? We'll all feel a lot safer with you around.
I suppose I could stay if you really need me.
Well, I'm going to leave you all to have fun with your large pipes. Blob and I'll just get out of your way.
You're not going anywhere.
Do you need a hand?
Me? No, I'm fine. All good here. Long day, that's all.
Here, let me help.
Egg knew why she was really crying. Egg's star was hurtling back to Earth. He needed something, anything, to break his fall.
You okay?
Not sure.
If it's any consolation, I know what you're going through.
You do?
Well, my mum hasn't moved to Scandinavia, but most of the time she might as well have. Dad too. Sometimes it's like they're miles away. But you still got your dad. And us.
Like you care.
Of course we care. Lockie and I both do, okay? See you at the Eclipse.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Vicki.
Oh. Egg.
Like I said, I'm so sorry.
Egg may think he's a star, but that doesn't mean he can go around dissing Mum's cooking, locking teachers in rooms, and worse, trying to kiss people's girlfriends, especially mine. I was ready to give him a piece of my mind, but then...
You were right. I can't handle it. Not one bit. And now I've wrecked everything. Everyone hates me. You,
Dad, Vicki. You've been a bit of a noodle lately, but no one hates you.
I don't like what's in my pantry, Lockie. Everything's changing too fast. Everything's different. It's like I have no idea what to do next.
Finally, I understood why Egg was determined to keep his star shining so bright. Because without it, he'd have to face the dark. And that was scary.
Is this how it's going to be from now on? No mum? No friends? That's all, folks?
Things will get better.
You reckon?
You've got to have some faith. Go on. Take your sunglasses off. You'll miss it otherwise.
The darkness fell like a heavy cloak over the unknowing glow.
But be not afraid, cried a voice in the night.
Have faith, he will return, your friend, the light.
This is it, Philip. It's everything I imagined it would be, and more.
You're right, it's beautiful, it's magical.
Now we welcome a new day, a new beginning, a new way.
I'll grow old and I'll grow brave.
Egg was ready to get on with life, now that he'd crashed back to Earth, where he belonged.
One of these days.
As we commit these garments to the ground, we ask your blessings.
But sometimes, you have to face the darkness, so you can see the light up ahead.
Da, da.